Hello and welcome back to another vlog. Here we are, just waiting around. I was actually collecting this for Nero to give to him later. I didn't want to give it to him now, but apparently I have to give it to him right the heck now. Here you go, boy, you waited so nicely. Oh, it's a very nice bookie. There you go, we're done. We are done. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You're a good guy. Good guy. I mean, you can hang around there. That'll probably make people watch the video for much longer, but I don't know how comfortable it is. And you kind of being blocked by my pop filter. There you go, boy. Oh, it's okay. It is okay. He's gone now. Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different. As I said, it's a vlog, but I'm going to be showing you guys this. Look at this mysterious black box. Well, I'm not going to be showing you the box because that would be a very short video. There we go. We're done. No. I'm going to be showing you what's inside the box because this is something, not this specifically, but this is a topic that has been brought up quite a couple of times on my videos because a lot of other YouTubers cover and talk about and play with these items in this box. So I'm going to show you guys what I've got. There's also this file here. There you go. You can probably see what it is already, but that's going to have to wait till much later. And there's this box. And there you go. I spoiled it. I done did it. These are my magic cards. And before going into this, I'm going to tell you that it's been a long time since I've even had a look at these cards. I think it must be, I mean, it's 2012 now. I'm thinking I last played Magic in like 2005. Something like that. I don't even know. When did this set come out? Is there a date on here? I'll find one. I will find one. I didn't buy this big box full of cards. That didn't happen. No, I just took it. I used to go to a Magic the Gathering club of sorts, and it was here in our little town. There were about 15 to 20 people that came, and it was fun. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. I gotta say that it's the only card game of this type, trading card game, that I ever got into. Now, I'm just trying to find a date on these. I played, for those that are wondering and know a little bit about Magic, around this time. Odyssey, Onslaught. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put autofocus on. This might get messy. Autofocus is on now. It might get messy. I warned you. But around this time, I played. There you go. That says Odyssey and that says Onslaught. If it would focus on, it's not focusing. You know, I gotta say, autofocus is terrible on this webcam. Anyway, you can see what I'm trying to show you. Torment, I think, is the set that came out just after Onslaught. I don't even know. It's been way too long. But all these boxes are full of cards, but most of them would end up being like the common cards. Most of these are probably lands. I was right, yeah. These are all lands, okay? A whole bunch, a slew of lands. I will show you the nice looking cards. I'll put it right up to the camera, let it focus on it. This is not one of the nice looking cards. But there you go. It's actually working. Autofocus to the rescue. Now Nero's busy chewing something over there. He's like, yes, daddy, we can both have fun today. He's right. He is right. Ooh, and I've got some coffee. You know what? I've got coffee over there. I'm not going to bother touching it yet because I know it's too hot. I made it right before I started. And, you know, I think I'll wait. Invasion is the very first set that I sort of had access to when I started playing. I think I bought an Invasion starter pack, and that's where I began playing. But when I really got into it, then these were the two sets. And I think there was a set called Torment, and when that came out, I was already sort of starting to move on, not play it anymore. And at the same club that I played this at, people played Pokemon cards. I was always so jealous because I just didn't know it, but I loved Pokemon. Back then, I didn't know it as much as I do now, but I was in love with Pokemon from the very first day that I saw it, or heard about it, or whatever. Wow, what the heck is that? I don't even know. Classic 6th edition, 75 additional cards. Wow. Now, I didn't buy all of these, I will say again. Ooh, these are nice. You know, I always liked the white bordered land cards. I don't know why, but ooh, I'm bad with cards. I'm so bad at handling. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know. I just feel as if the white borders actually look kind of cool. And the last set, the previous sets, like the prior sets to the ones that I was playing with, I think Invasion still used the white borders. Then they switched over to black and other. But this box here is pretty much just full of junk, like lands, and there might be some commons and stuff in here. But let's move on to the main event. Well, the main event is technically this one over here. Okay, but that's gonna wait. Now, there are some cards in this box. I just unboxed it. Look at this. It is full to the brim, beyond the brim. I love it. Oh, it's been too long. It has been too long. There are some cards in here that don't belong to me. I know that for a fact because I know that I never used to have grey sleeves, and these are grey sleeves, so this must belong to someone else. I don't know who. Does that make me a bad person? This person really cared about their magic because, let me show you this. I'm going to fan these out nicely so you can see, but these right here are all shiny. Have a look. Let's let it focus on there. Is it focusing? They are shiny cards. We're going to look at a couple more shinies later, but they're basically like a normal card. Instead of just having the normal, I can't say look about them, but on top of the normalness, they got the shiny layer. It's very difficult. There you go. Can you just focus on there, please? That's it. There you go. Oh, there you go. That's it. Oh, that's the good angle. That's the right stuff there. Whew. That's handsome. That is extremely handsome. They are shiny. As I say, they have this chromatic glow on them, multicolored, obviously, to just make it look good from all angles, except the angles that are accessible via the webcam, because those just don't seem to work. This is a black deck as well, and I never played black decks. This was the one color that I just couldn't get into. It wasn't for me. I don't know why, but I sort of shunned the color black. All the other colors were okay. I would say that my favorite colors were, or ended up being, when I really got into it, blue and green, and I sort of liked white and red. I appreciated white and red, but blue and green were my two favorites. And most of the decks and stuff that I'm going to talk about or show you guys here, I think there's only one proper deck at the moment here, but most of them will end up being, and most of my really special cards will end up being those colors. Now, this black deck I'm not even going to really talk about because I have no idea what's going on here. As I said, it's just, you know, a bunch of cards. Oh, you know what? There's a bunch of rares in here as well. Hold on. Okay, so it is a full deck. You know, you can make pretty decent decks without rares, but add in those rares to the mix. Here's the Chainer Dementia Master. I kind of remember these cards, actually. Can you focus on there, please? There you go. The secret is covering my face with a card. Masked Gorgon. Some of the art on these cards is just breathtaking. So beautiful. Can you focus, please? Focus. Focus. That's it. Gotta cover my face, and then it'll focus. Okay. Ooh. I know this one. Penitent Vampire. Look at that. Wait. There. Cover the face. Cover the face. Is it focusing on my fingers now? You've got to be kidding me. I'm using my other hand now for better mobility. I want to zoom in on that. Come on, I got something interesting to say about this. Okay, autofocus. You suck. Oh, there you go. Now that, my friends, is a real vampire. None of this sparkly Twilight stuff. No, and it's a rare. Look by my thumb here. It's a rare. Wow. The rarity types, they work with, they can either be common, then you can have a look down there at the little symbol by my thumb here, then it's black, or transparent, I guess you could call it. There's nothing there. And when it's a normal, uncommon card, then it's... Can I find one here? Then it's silver. There must be an uncommon here somewhere. Oh, it's just rares everywhere. This is terrible. No ways. You've got to be kidding. There's a silver one. Okay. Violent Eruption. That does not sound good. There's a silver one. This is just for the people that don't know Magic at all. So that's an uncommon. I think I might have the names wrong because I, as I said, haven't touched Magic in a long time. Stalking Bloodsucker. Now these are cards that I personally don't have much of an appreciation for because they are, as I mentioned, not of my favorite colors. I don't like black cards. Are you going to focus anytime soon? Whatever. You get the idea. There you go. Stalking Bloodsucker. So, I don't know what that black deck was all about. I wouldn't be able to tell you a single thing about it because I just don't know. It's not mine. It's in here though. There are some rares here. They might be worth something. Now, these sets, or this box at least, there's my membership card. Wow. I got like a Magic membership card and everything. My goodness. But this whole box here is not only full of lands like that other one. This is going to have many, many boxes full of common cards that I would have used. So basically a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, there's lands there. There's some other cards there. We're definitely not going to go through all of this. And it's a lot. I can tell you right now that this is a big fat box full of lots of little boxes that I apparently even labeled. That says blue. Is there anything in here? Let's have a look. Thieving Magpie. Careful Study. One of my all-time favorite cards. You gotta appreciate the little things. Like the careful studies of the magic word. Can you please... Hold on. You know, this autofocus thing is really getting on my nerves. Come on, careful. There we go. There we go. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards from your hand. It's just such a good tool to have. You know, when you start your game off with 1 blue land, so for those that don't know, you need lands to play cards. So the cost on Careful Study is 1 blue. You may have seen that in the top corner there. That little drop in the top corner. It costs 1 blue. So if you start your game off with a Careful Study in your hand, and you've also got 1 blue land, that is such a good feeling because then you're in control. Right from the start of the game, you are in control of what's going to happen in the next turn or two. You're in control of what cards you're going to have in your hand because you can play that land immediately on the very first turn, pop out the Careful Study, and then you draw those 2 cards, and you get to draw the 2 cards before you discard the 2. So you pick up 2 extra cards from your deck, and right after you've done that, you got extra cards. You'll have 8 cards then in your hand. And you'll be able to pick and choose the ones that'll be useful to you at whichever points in the game you need them. It's really good. Okay, those little things, they meant the world to me. Now, I have a probably incomplete or overcomplete. This looks way more than 60 cards. I must actually also mention that I don't know how the Magic game on Steam works. I spoke very briefly about it to people in the Tales of Lumen chat channel, and they were telling me things like you can't set your own deck up, you only get a couple of different choices, like 100 cards to choose from, but then I'm assuming that in that game, in the online version, you also still have a 60 card limit on your deck. So then you get a bit of variation there, you get a few extra choices here and there, but you don't get full control over what you want to do. I must just mention that I don't know how the online version works. So if you guys are used to that and something applies to that that maybe doesn't apply to this, please let me know. Let me know. Now, I'm quite proud of this as well. I got so many different versions of Counterspell. Hold on. Are there any more here? There must be more. I went to a card/comic shop in Cape Town some other time, and I got all sorts of old school versions of Counterspell. Now, you're allowed to use whichever, version of this card you want, even if, because how it works is you used to have to play current or extended So if you have a current deck, then you gotta be using the new cards only. And if you play extended, you can use any cards in the entire Magic universe. So even when you played a current deck, you could still swap cards that are in the current version around with their older counterparts. So you get to choose the cool artwork cards. Anyway, now this deck, if I'm not mistaken, was pretty interesting. I think it was a token deck. I think. So it was, let's see, token control type thing, and it had a bunch of really cheap creatures in it, and it was obviously, that said, blue and green. I can just see, there's one of my all-time favorite cards as well. Another one of my favorites, Baskin Rootwalla. Can you focus, please? There we go. Again, the little things. It only costs 1 green to get out. Then you pay 1 clear, 1 extra, and another green there to get 2/2 until the end of the turn. That's amazing. And then it's got this madness thing down here. But the way this deck worked, it actually all focused around a card called Upheaval, which we're going to have a look at in this folder over here in just a bit. But there are some really cool cards in here, like Standstill. That's a very nice card as well, one of my favorites. Standstill. Standstill. Would you please focus? Really? There we go. There we go. That's it. Beautiful. That card is so useful. When a player plays a spell, sacrifice Standstill. If you do, each of that player's opponents draws 3 cards. Wow. Arrogant Worm. This was one of the rarest uncommon cards ever. It was so difficult to get your hands on these things. Come on. There you go. It's got Trample, 4/4. Costs 5 to put into play. It's pretty expensive, but the madness cost is there, and it's got Trample. Trample is so useful as well. Let's see what else is in here that's interesting. There's Compulsion. Not bad. I kind of like Compulsion. What this does, I'll read it to you before I show it to you. Discard a card from your hand and draw a card. You pay 1 water and 1 clear. I can't remember what one calls that clear. But basically you pay 2 to do that. Come on, come on. Oh, you know, this is frustrating. This is gonna take forever. Ah. Did it. Oh, wait. Oh. There's gotta be some secret here that I'm just not getting. Anyway, whatever. The bottom part says sacrifice Compulsion and draw a card. It's very useful. Okay? It's a very useful card once again. And this is an enchantment, so you can use it over and over again until you sacrifice it, of course. And then let's see what else is in here. But the whole idea behind this deck was that there are cards in here that will help you counter whatever your opponent tries to play. And there are a couple of different counterspells in here. There's normal counterspell, then there was Forceful Spike, or Force Spike. There you go. And that is, it costs just 1, you can see up here, if it focuses. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Hold on. I want to show you this card, and I'm going to do it. Very cool. Counter target spell unless controller pays 1. Not bad. Then there's things like Deep Analysis in here, which allows you to draw cards. Then there's another one in here somewhere that basically it's going to make you mill through your deck really quickly so you can get that Upheaval in your hand. And once you get that, then you can just control the game from that point on. It's a little bit complex, but it was based around tokens and stuff. Okay, so that was my last deck that I had operational before I stopped playing. There are a whole bunch of cool cards in here. Here's a Wild Mongrel. That kind of reminds me of Nero Puppy. Not that he's a wild mongrel or anything like that, but still. There you go. There you go. Ooh, look. Another one of those pretty cheap cards, and what's cool about it is it's got a free ability there. Discard a card from your hand. Wild Mongrel gets +1/+1 and becomes the color of your choice until the end of the turn. That's pretty useful, depending on what you're playing against, of course, but it can definitely help out. Now again, I'll say that I don't know what I'm really talking about anymore because I haven't played or even looked at these cards for a long time. I'm just telling you what I remember. Very cool, once again. Look at this Weirbear card. Apart from how cool it looks, the ability that it has is also super useful. Add 1 green mana to your mana pool, and that's if you tap it. So these things can be like extra lands. It's got a threshold there. Weirbear gets +3/+3. I can't even remember what threshold is, but whatever. There it is. Now, I'm going to move along from this. We're going to just check these boxes out quickly to see if there's anything super interesting here. But I want to move on to have a look at the file over there because that is where all the interesting stuff is hiding. I can tell you that right now. What is in here? Oh, this is also not mine. This is a whole... Ooh, that's just a little bit like Neuropuppy. A whole box full of shiny cards. Also, definitely not mine. Patrol Hound. Shiny Patrol Hound. It is an entire box full of them. Look here. That's a lot of shiny. Okay? A lot of shiny. Now, the people that we played with back in the day, they had this thing where they would... Oh, you know what? I take that back. These are mine. I remember going to this shop in Cape Town and I bought a bunch of old cards. They cost like 50 cents each. And I just bought them because they looked really cool. They were sets that I would probably never use or anything like that. They ended up being ones that just had cool artwork. And some of them were rares. There are some rares in here. Like that. There's a rare. But I just bought a whole bunch of cards that looked really cool because, hey, they cost next to nothing. It's not even focusing on that. Never mind. They cost next to nothing and they looked kind of cool. Why not? Task Mage Assembly. There's another rare. There are a whole bunch of rares in here. Man, look at this. A whole bunch of rares. Craziness. Look at this guy. Come on. I can't say look at this guy and then not show you this guy. There. I figured it out. I just figured out how to make this work. Lord of Tressorhorn. Wow. Look at the cost on that thing. That's one of those complex cards. And the funny thing is, I'm about to show you a card right the heck now in that file over there that is sort of the same and it ended up being one of my favorite cards of all time. So these are mine, I remember now. These must be the only shinies that I've got then. I can't believe I'm forgetting things like this. Anyway. Now comes the good part. What is in here? Just make sure we're not missing out on stuff. Good. Okay. That's that. Put this away. I'm going to make some space here. Because now comes the good part. Get, box. Get. You. Oh, coffee. Hey. Hey, hello. I actually want to have a sip of you. A sip of coffee. Of course I do. Hup, hup. You know, I always watch Dodger's coffee time videos, and I think to myself, how? How does she handle her mug of coffee? She like swings it around, flails it around on her screen in front of her camera, and she never misses. Ever. That's good. It is perhaps a tiny bit cold already, but I got carried away here. So, what this is a file that houses all of my rare cards. As you can see, well, all the really, really important ones or whatever. And there are some super cool ones in here. Now, I'm going to go through them like this. I'm just going to skip some of the slightly more boring ones. This is such a cool card. Hold on. Fledgling Dragon. So, it's got Threshold on it. Now, once again, can't remember what Threshold is. But I remember it being a really cool card. And it is flying. So, there you go. See, I have figured it out. You just hold it really close and then pull it back. That's a cool rare. Now, an even cooler rare. Kamal Pit Fighter. I read the Onslaught book, the novel, about Kamal. And because of that, I have a bit more appreciation for him. He's got haste. He's 6'1". That is a whole lot of damage. Sure, he dies fast, but seriously, Who cares? You can tap him to deal 3 damage to target creature or player. Just like that. He doesn't need to attack, so he doesn't really get put in danger at all. That is such a good card. I like it. Then there's Jeskai Warrior Adept. I think she's sort of like a mini version of Kamal Pit Fighter. Not exactly the same, of course, but much more beautiful. She's got first strike and haste. She costs quite a bit cheaper, 2 lands less, but she's only 3/1. Still, really cool card. Now, let's keep paging. This is so much fun. Wild Research, Lightning Surge. See, these are boring cards. I really don't need to show those to you. Goblin Game. Ooh, I like these. I like these. Captain Sisse. I don't know why I like it. Maybe it's just because of the art. Maybe it's because it's a lady card. But I do like the card itself. At one point in my Magic career, I had a artifact deck. And because I had an artifact deck, I had a whole bunch of cards in that deck that could produce any color land. And because of that, I could mess around with these cards. Cards like this. This is Hannah, Ship's Navigator. And because of that, I could mess around with these cards without too much trouble. Because whenever you get more than one land cost on a card like this, then, or type at least, then it sort of starts to get iffy. Now here is what I would call probably my favorite card of all time. I've got 4 of these. I'm going to show you the page in just a second, and I love it. It is just so, so cool. It's called Lightning Angel. As you can see, it's got a really ridiculous cost up there. 1 clear, 1 red, 1 white. I'm going to put this in my other hand quickly. There you go. Lightning Angel. Focus on it. Focus on it. That's it. Beautiful. Okay. There. Oh, come on. Rah! 1 clear, 1 red, 1 white, 1 blue. It's got flying and haste. And then attacking doesn't cause Lightning Angel to tap. Such a cool card. Now, because it's got that splash of white in, that's the reason that it's more defensive. And, ooh, here's another nice card. Hold on. This is Midland Mage. I don't have more than just the one of these, but also a very cool card. Come on, focus. Very cheap. 2/2. As Midland Mage comes into play, name a non-land card. The named card can't be played. That's ridiculously good. Wow. Why would they even make a card like that? That's overpowered. So, Suffocating Blast. Very cool. Very cool. For a red and blue deck. Nice card. That's a counterspell mixed together with like a firebolt or something. It's nice. You counter and you do damage. I like it. Hope you guys don't mind me just showing you a whole bunch of random cards. I know to some people this may be dead boring, but to others it could be interesting. It's a bit of Magic history right here. And Lumen history. Prophetic Bolt. This is quite cool as well. This one says, deals 4 damage to target creature or player. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of those cards in your hand and the rest at the bottom. That could be like bittersweet at times. Because if you do have like 2 or 3 really good cards at the top, then you gotta put 3 of them all the way at the bottom. That sucks. Sometimes. Croesus the Purger. Drokma the Banisher. And then there's Chromat. I had such a thing for these big cards. No, Kit! Come on, I'm going to try show you these now, because I feel as if they need to be shown. Now that's the top of the other, there you go. Oh, that's the Prophetic Bolts over there. And then there's the dragon on that side. Where is it? Here. There. That's Croesus. Drokma. There's the other one down there. What's his name again? Iconic Chromat. Some cool cards, basically. They're not special in any way. There's the page with the Lightning Angels on. Just look at that. Okay. Have a look at that page. It is beautiful. Can I just... I can't see a thing. Okay. There we go. Look. I'm so bad. Okay. I can't get this. Okay. Done. Whew. Now. Here are the blue cards. And with these, things get really interesting. Opposition. This was a card that I most definitely enjoyed using. Have a look at this. Enchantment. So you play that and then it comes out. Then you can tap an untapped creature you control and tap target artifact, creature, or land that your opponent controls. Just like that. Straight up. Is that not amazing? That's for a super, like, crazy shutdown / control type deck. Then there are a bunch of other boring spells here. And then here is another one of my favorites called Upheaval. That's the one that other deck was built around. Well, mostly at least. And it's also very cool. Nice art on it. Very fun. Cost 6. Return all permanents to their owner's hands. Straight up. Done. Now, what comes into play there that I didn't mention before, I think what happens is that your tokens don't get returned to your hands. So if you play in a token deck and you get a whole bunch of creatures out that aren't permanents, that's it. Then it works. What else is here? Alter Reality. I can show you briefly what else there is in this part of the file. You may not be able to see it properly, but whatever. There you go. There's a lot of cards in here. Ooh. Now it's time for white. Look at this. So I remember getting one of these at the launch of one of these new sets. I can't remember what the set was called, but it's called Glory. Okay, this white card. There you go. The card itself isn't too spectacular, but let me show you what they gave us. They gave us this. Along with it. Very cool. That's in a different language. A language I don't understand. And I've got 2 of them here for some reason. I don't even know. It says 18 May 2002. If that's how long ago I was playing Magic, then wow. Wow. You know, it could actually be 10 years. Very possible. Very, very possible. It could have been in 2002 that I was playing. Reborn Hero, Wayward Angel. Here's another shiny card. Wayward Angel's very cool. I gotta say, I like how Wayward Angel looks. I'm gonna show you these pages once I'm done with him. Here we go. Come on, Wayward Angel. Come on. Wayward Angel. Would you zoom in, please? There. There we go. Not bad. Flying, attacking doesn't cause it to tap. It's okay. It is okay. So before I move on to the next page, here the cards are. There we go. Other side. Nothing too special. Nothing that I'm too proud of because I'm not such a big fan of the white ones. Here's Giraud Capuchin. He's supposed to be a big deal. I think he's in the novels and stuff. In the books. I don't know. I've got him here. I don't care too much for him. Then there are a couple of older cards. Blurred Mongoose. Very, very cool card. Once again, that I really like. Another one of those really cheap ones. And it can't be countered. Can't be the target of spells and abilities. So you can't kill it with any damaging spells. And it can't, be prevented from being played. Very cool. Show you these. There you go. There's some older ones here like Wizardrix, which you get with a starter deck. Then let's move on. Ooh. This is nice. Quirion Dryad. This was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the first set of 4 rares that I got was this one. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was one of the... I don't actually know what this symbol here is. Planescape? Was it Planescape? I feel as if there was a set called Planescape. Now, Quirion Dryad, whenever you play a white, blue, red, or black spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. So, whenever you play spells of other colors that aren't green, then she gets extra counters on her. So that also works out in a deck that's, say, artifact / whatever. Then there are a couple of other interesting ones here, like Insist. This is nice. Another one of those cards that I kind of really like. Have a look. Come on, there you go. The next creature spell you play this turn can't be countered by spells or abilities, and you get to draw a card. So when you have this in your hand, then you can immediately just feel safer. So if you're playing against a blue deck that likes countering things, you can insist. And you get to play that and then immediately get another card, so you replace it. That ends up making it pretty cool. Here we go. Very nice. Oh, it is very nice. And my Dryads. Them's my girls. They're very cool. I don't know if you even saw them now because I can't see what I'm busy showing you. But hey, whatever. Oh, Mirari. This was such a big deal back in the day as well. Whenever you play an instant or sorcery spell, you may pay 3. If you do, put a copy of that spell onto the stack. You may choose new targets for that copy. Such a complex card, but a lot of people back when we were playing made decks around this card. As you can see, it's quite pretty as well. Then, the rest of these are quite boring. There's Legacy Weapon. Wow. There's less on these pages here, but you can have a look anyway. Dum dum dum. There you go. Done and done. Ooh. Here are some interesting older ones. Copperleaf Angel. I love you, girl. Such a cool card. The card itself, the creature itself, is not very good, but I just love the artwork. For some reason, it does it for me. There you go. Then there are a few other interesting ones here, like Avatar of Hope. Oh, wow. Was I playing when this came out? This is 2000. This goes back even further. See, these special cards, they have dates on. That says 27 May 2000. And they're beautiful. Look at that. It's a shiny card. So it's really, really nice. Ooh. Okay. Enough flirting with a card. And this is the very first shiny that I ever got. Bit of a history lesson for you there. This is Rocks. You get this with the starter pack that I bought. There you go. He's a big old guy. Show you what this looks like. I may have missed a couple of pages, but don't worry, you're not missing out on too much. I'm also recording this in 1080p, so you can see in glorious 1080p what's going on in my file. And with my cards. Starstorm. See, here's where things get boring. Hey! There's another Kamal here. Okay, we're going to look at that Kamal in just a second. I was just saying how Kamal's a big deal. And apparently he is. They made multiple types of Kamal. This one over here is Kamal, Fist of Krosa. Wow. That sounds absolutely glorious. Here we go. Here we go. It's a Kamal. Come on. He's looking just as terrifying in this one as he did in the previous ones. Only this time he's green. He became a druid or something. But that is sadly the end. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was I want to say quick, but it really wasn't a quick look at all my Magic cards. As I said, there's an entire box that I struggle to lift right here, full of all sorts of other junk that is mostly junk, but some of it's not. Here's my 20-sided dice that has the little Odyssey symbol on it. That's probably the set that I know the best. There you go. Can you see it? Can you just focus on there, please? Pretty please. Whatever, you can see it from that range. It's a 20-sided dice. Straight up, that's done. Finished. I want to drink my coffee now, so I'm going to let you guys go. You can tell me what you think of my little collection. It's really old. We may have just discovered that it's from sometime between the year 2000 and 2005. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember when I was playing. I mean, I was old enough to be playing Magic in 2000, for sure. Definitely. Old enough to be playing it and understanding it. So that could have been 2002 or 2004 or 2005. I don't even know. But it was a really long time ago and I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of people said, "Oh, you should play Magic, the Magic game that you get on Steam." But as I said before, I don't like that they don't have much freedom with that. I might give it a try. I've never tried it before. I was actually pretty decent at Magic. I wasn't the best in the world. I wasn't the best in the club or anything like that. But I played it well enough to have fun with it, and I suppose that's the most important thing. So, I'm done. Check back soon for more. Most importantly though, happy Magic the Gathering. Happy that.